Get ready, because you're now listening to Water Cooler Talk. Covering everything sports and sports news. From the NFL, NBA, MLB, NHL, the pros, the collegiate level, and everything in between. If it's about sports, then we're about it. So keep it locked to the absolute coolest podcast. Now, your hosts, Nick Frazier and Marcus Fitzpatrick.
Oh,
let's go.
Welcome.
Let's go
to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. My name is Nick Frazier, and the other voice or the other person you see is
Marcus Fitzpatrick. Let's go, baby.
Ladies and gentlemen, when you hear our voice, you know it's Wednesday. And when you know it's Wednesday, that means we are back around the water cooler, giving our perspective on sports, talking ball. Marcus, how you doing today, boss?
I'm good, boss. I'm good, boss. How are you?
Man, I am here. I'm excited. I'm not tired this week. I'm not tired.
Okay.
I feel energetic.
I see the energy. I see it.
I feel energetic. I'm not tired. I'm ready. I'm ready, man. What's been going on in your world, man?
Man, nothing but work, man. Nothing but work. Trying to get better.
I heard that, man. I feel the same way, man. Working, getting better. Ladies and gentlemen, man, we got a great show for y'all tonight, man. We're gonna run through some topics, man. A lot of big things has happened in sports this past week. Actually, in the past couple of days. A lot of big things has happened. So we're gonna go through that. We're gonna go around the NFL. We're gonna talk a little basketball. And of course, we're gonna talk college football, man, because the college football rankings just came out. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, you know the Water Cooler Talk podcast has to talk about it. So, you know what? Let's not waste these people's time, because I know they want to hear our perspective. So let's get into it. I know. When y'all hear this crowd noise, y'all know it's game time. It's game time. So, ladies and gentlemen, we about to rock on. Let's go. We heading to the first quarter.
It's now time for the first quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Water Cooler Talk podcast. Thank y'all again for tuning in as we sit around the water cooler and give our perspective on sports. As always, man, follow us, like, subscribe, share the videos, man. It helps the channel out, man. We're trying to grow and we're trying to become great, man. So thank y'all so much for tuning in and interacting with us, man. Let's go ahead and let's get it started, man. We're in the first quarter, man. Let's go around the NFL. Marcus, man, NFL. We've seen a lot of things this past weekend in the NFL, man. The one thing that I want to talk about that we saw, the Denver Broncos beat the Kansas City Chiefs convincingly. Did you see that?
I seen it, but I kind of figured I took Denver on my parlay.
What?
Because you know I seen it kind of happening. Because the Chiefs been coasting too much time. Every team needs that smack in the mouth from a team who they underestimate. And I just felt like if you really look at Denver, they just been playing. They've been underachieving all year, but they roster ain't really just a horrible roster.
Okay.
So I was like, they probably could put something together to beat the Chiefs. And from what I've been hearing, allegedly that Patrick Mahomes had the flu.
He did.
So you know.
Yeah, Patrick Mahomes, he threw two interceptions in that game. Russell Wilson had 3 touchdowns.
Big role in that. Right?
It did. It played a very big role. Yeah, man. I mean, the Chiefs always have a game like this every season. One game where you think they're supposed to come out and win, and they just end up flopping. You know, they end up flopping. They always lose it, and then it kind of resets them, and they kind of get back to where they're supposed to be. But they have a big game coming up this week, and we're gonna get into that later on in the show. But I'm interested to see how this loss affects them going forward against this game they got coming up. What you think?
I'm not really looking deep into it.
Okay.
I don't think that if they lose, that's not going to affect it. It's probably going to be the return of Jalen Ramsey and how the Dolphins defense is coming together if they lose this past weekend. But I'm curious. I was gonna wait to bring it up, but did you see the move that was made yesterday? That boy Chase Young going to the 49ers, man. Do you feel like him going to the 49ers make them a championship team, championship or bust, or what you thinking?
Mm, to be determined.
To be the time. Okay.
To be determined. I'm not. I mean, it's a nice move. It's a nice move. But let's be clear, man. Would you say that Chase Young has lived up to his potential since he has been drafted to the NFL?
I would say his rookie season,
Was his best
when
season?
healthy, when healthy, that was his best season. He helped them get to the playoffs,
Mm-hmm.
but he hasn't been able to stay healthy, honestly. So to see him at his full potential to be able to see him healthy, and I think if healthy, he could add to that's already scary defense that the 49ers got.
Okay. All right.
But I would like to see Brock Purdy get his weapons back and get up out this slump because in a he's in a horrible slump right
Yeah, man. 3 straight losses for Brock Purdy and the San Francisco 49ers. I think he has 7 interceptions in the past 3 weeks. I want to say 7 or 8 that he has in the past 3 weeks. Man, Brock Purdy ain't looking too good right now, man. Is this the real Brock Purdy, or is he
now.
just in a slump?
I don't think this the real Brock Purdy. I want to see. I do think that let's not forget where he was drafted at
Yeah, he was Mr. Irrelevant.
and how he has been over exceeding expectation.
Mm-hmm.
But that also comes with him having all his weapons around him as well.
Okay.
And we know Debo is hurt right now.
Yeah,
So
Debo. Yeah,
like,
he day to day with a shoulder injury. Yeah, man, I feel what you're saying. He's Brock Purdy does not have the arm talent as a lot of other guys in the NFL. What he was doing was unlike Peyton Thorne. Let me stop. I gotta stop talking about it. But
where did he come from?
nah, man, Peyton Thorne had a great game this past weekend. But
He played pretty
he
good.
played pretty good this past weekend. But Brock Purdy was throwing. He was anticipating where his receivers were supposed to be. And he was like, when you go back and watch the first couple of weeks of the league in the end of the season, he was throwing his guys open. He was anticipating very, very well where they were supposed to be at. And I think when you lack the arm talent, like that, you have to find other things to do to give you an advantage. So I think that may have been what he used to get an advantage. Basically, he could have done that. I'm not sure, per se. But he anticipated very well, and I guess these past 3 weeks he hasn't really anticipated very well. And then of course, like you said, with one of his star players out, it's not been that good, and the defense is kind of taking a step back as well too. They haven't been playing as great either.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Like the defense has been failing him as of late as well. Do you think the Vikings getting Joshua Dobbs save their season?
No, I don't. I don't. I don't. I don't think it saves their season. I don't. Ladies and gentlemen, if you hear a doorbell ringing in the background, that is my doorbell. And things of that nature.
Turn up.
So, but it is what it is. So it's cool. But what is going on? No, I don't think it saves their season. I don't think it does. I think what you have going on is a let me be clear. I think it is unfortunate what happened to Kirk Cousins. And I think Kirk Cousins was about to bubble. And you know how I feel about Kirk Cousins. I think he was about to bubble, and I think he was about to take another step. And I think that team, if they could have gotten old buddy back with the other receiver that they got.
Yeah. I seen it.
It was gonna be a problem. There was gonna be a problem.
I seen it happening too.
I don't. I
Hey,
think I don't know, man. The chemistry between the chemistry. I don't know if they. I don't know if Joshua Dobbs can get that chemistry with Justin Jefferson and old buddy that
but
quick.
he been holding up Arizona. He was holding up Arizona for a minute, a
Well,
little tad, little bit.
he's a legit. I mean, what was his major at Tennessee? He really is like a aerospace scientist. Like, dude is like
He looked like
super
one
duper
too.
smart. He like super duper smart. So I mean, it wouldn't take him long to figure it out and stuff like that. But still though, I just feel like Kirk Cousins and you know what, I know we kind of this is still part of the subject, but I feel bad for Kirk Cousins. This was a contract year for Kirk Cousins. This is his last year of his contract as well, and to go down with an Achilles injury, oh my God, man! I hope he can come back from it, and I hope somebody will pick him up. Now I have a question for you. With Kirk Cousins going down at quarterback for the Minnesota Vikings, two-part question. Do you think the Vikings pick him back up for next season?
That's a tough one.
Mm-hmm.
It's tough because he was already on the trading block,
Mm-hmm.
but it's also tough because Justin Jefferson has been vocal that that's his quarterback.
Exactly.
So it's just like, where do you want to go with this situation?
Mm-hmm.
Do
Mm-hmm.
you want to keep your superstar happy and get his quarterback, or do you want to get someone for the future that you feel like can grow into your franchise quarterback?
Speaking of the
If
future,
I'm them, hmm,
speaking of the future, are they in the Caleb Williams, Jaden
mm,
Daniels, maybe Shador Sanders, maybe Drake May, Jordan Travis sweepstakes? Are they looking for their franchise quarterback? Do you
I
go
think
back with old reliable and Kirk Cousins? Or do you go get your franchise for the future? Which one?
I think if I'm them, I'm sticking with Kirk Cousins. But
Ooh. Ooh.
yeah, I want to keep. The thing about it is, this is my thing. I go get a quarterback in the later rounds, just as a backup. But make sure he's talented enough. If I want to pivot or if I have to pivot, that I can pivot. Because if you get rid of Kirk Cousins and go full on into a rookie quarterback and it don't work out, you
Mm-hmm.
risk losing Justin Jefferson his first when his contract up. And then you really bad off because they bought into that system of spread offense. Because you see they got rid of Dalvin Cook, so their
Mm-hmm.
running game is non-existent.
Mm-hmm.
So they didn't bought into the spread offensive system by going to get Addison and Hawkinson and Justin Jefferson when he's healthy. So it's just like when you doing that, you have to keep your main pieces happy.
Okay.
Because if that main piece is not happy and forces a trade or leaves during, his contract, that blows up your whole team and you back at square one.
Rebuttal.
When
Now, I will come and say this. So, are you saying? So, from what I'm gathering from what you're saying, they should go to Green Bay Packers route. Go draft a Jordan Love. Let him sit for 3-4
yeah,
years behind a Kirk Cousins and see what happens.
yeah,
But
yeah.
and that keeps your superstar wide receiver happy. But and I'm sorry, I can't remember his name at the moment. The other receiver that's emerging in Minnesota right now. But is he not a number
Addison.
one? Yeah, Addison. My bad. You're right. Thank you for that. But is Addison not a number one receiver to you? Or is he just a good compliment to Justin Jefferson? Which one? Because he's been balling by himself. Justin Jefferson's been
I would like to, like you said about preseason. That's a small sample size. We're talking about guys who do this 18 games for multiple seasons, or 17 games before they switch to an 18 game schedule for multiple seasons. Like Justin Jefferson just didn't start doing this. Like we just seen Addison emerge. So like let's see. The thing about being a star is consistency.
mm-hmm.
So once he can can show that consistency for a prolonged period of time, then we could put that label on him. Right now, he's a guy who you really didn't game plan for, and now you getting caught by surprise. Now let's see later on in the season when defenses are game planning for him, and now knowing that he doesn't have a true quarterback. Let's see how he carries that team. This is when you see the star emerges and see if he's a true number one receiver.
I
But
think he does.
also,
I think
because
he
I know
does.
we running out of time in this segment,
Yeah.
I want to ask you. I want to ask you. Have you been paying attention to the blow up of that defense in Washington? Because it seemed like Ron Rivera trying to clean house before he before he
This is
leave.
exactly what it seems like. I'm just gonna be completely honest with you. Um, yeah, yeah. I think that's exactly what Ron Rivera's doing. Just clean the house. He ready to go in.
Clean the house before he
Yeah,
fired.
yeah. That's exactly what it is. I mean, but see, the thing is though, because you got new ownership coming in. New ownership is gonna probably get the coach that they want to get to come in. So you already on the hot seat right now because of new ownership. Um, what this actually makes me in that situation, it kind of makes me worry about Eric Bieniemy because you left Kansas City to
I feel
get.
like if he don't get a head coaching position, that's a failure.
But see,
Like,
okay,
that's
see now this goes into a whole other conversation because why would Eric Bieniemy now have to prove himself by leaving Andy Reid to go be the offensive coordinator somewhere else when other guys have done it and they've gotten head coaching jobs?
mm-hmm.
Like that doesn't make any sense to me at all. I don't understand why he's not a head coach. I don't understand that at all. I don't understand why he's not a head coach right now. You know what I'm saying? I don't. Maybe this is a blessing in disguise for him. Maybe he gets the head coaching job in Washington. Who knows? But I mean, I
would
just
think if he does it, that's a spit in the face.
say it again though.
I said I would think if he doesn't, that's a spit in the face.
You, bruh, what? I mean, that man deserves. He deserves to be a head coach, man. He deserves it. He has coached Patrick Mahomes, who has been a 2-time league MVP. He's won 2 Super Bowls with Kansas City. And it's not like he was not calling plays for Kansas City because he was. I mean, I know everybody want to give Andy Reid the credit, stuff like that. Eric Bieniemy was involved and he was calling plays as well. But it is what it is, man. Man, we it's a lot more we could have talked about in that segment, man, and we may have to revisit this. I don't know, but ladies and gentlemen, man, it's a lot. It's a lot that happened. I told you this is a good show, man, and I wish we could get into it, but we gotta stay on a time level, and we already kind of over. But Marcus, man, how you feeling, man? How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good, bro. I feel good.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much, man. We about to head. We about to go ahead and keep it moving. You know we about to head. We about to head to the second quarter.
Now entering the second quarter.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, again, thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. The coolest podcast in your ear, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Hey, man, thank y'all so much, man. I know I keep saying thank you, but we just thank y'all because y'all just don't know, man. This is amazing. Thank y'all again. All right, man, we moving into the second quarter right now, man. And this was breaking news. I'm gonna tell you, this was breaking news at 2:30 this morning for me. It popped up on my phone. Ladies and gentlemen, we talked about it last week, and it's now official. James Harden is now a member of the Los Angeles Clippers.
Man, he have his way everywhere he go.
Who you telling, bro?
Yeah, anything he asked for, he get. Boy,
anything James Harden get, he get. And he ain't won a championship.
Bro. God,
I don't get it, man.
You talk about player empowerment. It should be a picture of James Harden picture right there. Get LeBron.
Nah, yeah, you're right. It should be LeBron first, and then James Harden next. It should be LeBron, then James Harden.
Bro, that man said what he wanted. It just happened.
But honestly, man,
what you want, James.
But honestly,
man, I'm just tired of. I woke up this morning, my back hurt. and I just don't want to be here no more. So I just want to trade.
This
Where you want to go
man.
to, James?
I'm gonna go to Los Angeles. I'm gonna go to the
I've been
Clippers.
anywhere but Chicago.
I want to go to the
I want
Clippers.
to go to Chicago, Nick. Then after I go from Chicago, I'm gonna go. hmm, I'm gonna go to Texas because it's hot down there. No state tax.
This man. I don't get it, bro. I don't get it.
Then I'm gonna go
I
back
don't
to
get it.
California.
I honestly don't get this, bro. I don't. I'm so serious. I do not understand this at all. Why this man gets the preferential treatment that he does. I understand. Okay, now let me be clear. Let me be very clear here. James Harden. James Harden is an exceptional talent on the basketball court. We're not doubting that. We are not doubting the fact that James Harden is an exceptional offensive talent on the basketball court. We're not doubting that at all. But what we are doubting is, why does James Harden continue to get this treatment that he gets,
Man,
and he hasn't won a championship?
but he ain't won nothing.
Not
It's just amazing.
he.
Like,
Okay,
that man snap his
let's
fingers
not
and
let's not disrespect the man. He was league MVP. He was league MVP. But that's it.
man.
That is it.
Man. I wish I had that. I wish I had that control at my job. Hey, look, man. I ain't feeling good today. I'm going home, and you gonna pay me to go home, and you gonna pay me tomorrow to lie again to say I don't feel good tomorrow and stay at.
And then on top of that, I'm gonna resign from the job, and then you gonna go to our competitor, and you gonna tell the competitor to give me a job to compete against you. That's what you gonna do. You're gonna trade me to my next job. That's what you gonna do.
And this gonna happen by Tuesday of that week.
Because my boss is a liar. My boss is a liar. That's what that's how that sounds. That's how that feels. That's how it feels. Not my boss.
Man, do this make the Clippers? Do this make the Clippers a championship or bust?
I think it makes it interesting in the West. I think it makes it really interesting in the West. Because now, okay, so let's look at it. Before the season, you had Denver, of course, who is the champions. The Lakers, Phoenix. I say Sacramento. You weren't too high on Sacramento, but I think Sacramento is something serious.
Yeah, they're looking good right now, though.
They looked good last year. They looked really good last year.
Yeah, I know they looked good last year because but me myself personally, I'm like, I like to see a team go multiple years before I stamp them.
Okay,
Like,
that's understandable.
Because I know people were so high on when the Knicks made they run with Julius Randle not too long ago, and people like, man, they here to stay. I'm like,
Nah, they here to stay. Jalen Brunson and with the Knicks, that make that team go.
Now
but
now that team is, but before he got there,
they need something else though. I feel like the Knicks need something else. But going back to that statement, you can't count out the Warriors because the Warriors look good. Steph, man, bro. This past weekend, Steph had 41 points. He was 73% from the field, 70% from three, and he was 100% from the free throw line. Wardell is that dude. Wardell is that dude. But the Warriors are still gonna be in there. And I don't know, have you noticed, but we talked about this early on, but Draymond came back, and now Chris Paul coming off the bench.
Yeah, I seen that. I was telling people that he was gonna have to come out that pine.
Yeah. But back to the Clippers, I think this makes it very interesting in the West for the Clippers, because now you have Paul George, Russell Westbrook, James Harden, and Kawhi Leonard on the same team.
Yeah, most definitely.
You have
me myself. I'm gonna take a different approach, Nick. I think it's championship or bust, because if you look at all the people you name, their contract is, I think, up after this year.
Yeah, I know Harden's contract is up. I know he's an
Yeah,
expiring
so I
contract.
think I think when you make a move like this, you going all in.
Yeah, you going to try to win a championship. But the thing
Yeah, you
is,
going
though,
all in.
Denver is so well built. Even with
Oh
them
yeah,
losing Barton to Indianapolis, they still are dominant. Like, like I don't know, man. Like, it's interesting to me because I think the Lakers can make a run. I think that they just young though. They got depth, they got youth, but it's really gonna come down to Anthony Davis and how he decides to take over the team and be
yeah.
like, okay, I'm the alpha on this team. It really
And
comes down to
and
Anthony
the
Davis.
and the role players have to come along with that. Like
Exactly.
I agree with that point. Like
Exactly.
the Austin Reeves and the D'Angelo Russells, they have to come along with Anthony Davis taking that next step. Like
Yeah.
it just can't be AD and Bron. It
Yeah.
has to be those unexpected role players to emerge. They need a third superstar, which they thought Reeves would transition to, which is still a long season.
Yeah, it's still early.
But
Still early.
I'm trying to see who's going to step into that third role.
I mean, you could Rui Hachimura. He could be that dude as well.
Mm.
I'm not. Yeah, I see where you're going with championship or bust, but the West is just so.
I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I'm saying when you make a move like this, that is expectation.
No, of course. That's real
Yeah,
expectation. But it's.
that is expectation.
I mean, I don't know, man. I would probably have to say if I had to rank it right now, who is the favorite in the West?
I'm still going Denver.
Yeah, I would have to
In
say.
my
I would still
opinion.
have to say Denver. Jokic in Denver. Jokic, Murray, Aaron Gordon, all those boys in Denver, man.
Porter,
Like, yeah,
they
Michael Porter
nasty.
Jr., man. Like, oh man, KCP. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm gonna have to still stick with Denver, bro. But it just got a lot harder for Denver. I'm gonna put it like that. It got a lot more difficult. But Denver is so well put together, man. That team is like so well put together, bro. I don't.
Chemistry, man. Chemistry is one thing that is hard to beat.
You ain't lying about that one. You are
When a
not
team
lying
got
about that
chemistry,
one,
it's
man.
tough.
Yeah. I mean, because I'm a Warriors. I'm a Steph Warriors guy, man. I want to see. I'm trying to figure out where the Warriors at. But with this move, I probably would have to drop the Warriors to 5 or
I'm
6.
not. I want to see how they gel on the court. Like I want to see who all plays. Matter of fact, that adds another superstar. If we really talking about the time management rule that they implemented this year in the NBA, they give I think they give Kawhi a chance to sit out a little bit more with their that time game management because they added another superstar.
That man sat
So
out
now they
all
got
last year. He sat out all last year.
I know it. That's why they implemented the rule.
He sat out all last year. That man should be well rested. He should be
But
well
yeah,
rested.
I'm anxious to see how they do on the court. So I put them anywhere high on my rank board because who knows? It might not be as
It
good
might
as
not.
we thinking.
It may not
But
pan out.
like the team, yeah, the team stacked, bro.
It is a stat
They
team
team
though.
stacked.
It is a stat
That
team.
team stacked.
I don't know, bro. I'm interested to see what happened, but man, it's gonna be an interesting season, man. So we just gotta wait, watch and see what happened, bro. But it's going to be a it's going to be a good season. It's gonna be a really good season, man.
Yeah, most definitely. Like man, this is one of the most up in the air seasons in a long time. Like
Yeah, yeah. It's not like a clear cut
yeah,
favorite
like
for real. For real,
yeah, like
anybody
you can have
could possibly
Milwaukee,
win.
you can have Boston, you can have Philly sneak up and hit somebody in the mouth. You can Heat repeat and
Yeah.
sneak somebody in the mouth. And you can
Mm-hmm.
have the Warriors, you can have the Lakers, you can Denver repeat. Now you got the Clippers.
Yeah, it's gonna
Like
be
man,
interesting.
it's scary.
Yeah, it's gonna be real interesting. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, man, we are out of time in the first half, man. Marcus, man, how you feeling about the first half, man? We done kind of went through that pretty quick, man.
Man, like when you talking sports, man, you forget the time, man.
Who you
Like,
telling?
man, we got good conversation.
Who you
There's
telling?
a lot of good sports stuff going on out here.
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Ladies and gentlemen,
Sports
man, we
stuff
about to go
going on.
ahead. You know what time it is, man. We're going to keep it moving. It's time to go to the break, man. The team's in the locker room right now. It's time for halftime.
Get on out your seats. It's halftime.
Woo! Boy, welcome back to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. We are in the halftime right now. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. We're going to go ahead and we're going to show our boys some love, man. If you want to feel like a star, man, go to Hollywood Media.
Hollywood.
Man, go and hook up with our boy DJ at Hollywood Media, Hollywood Photography and Videography. Go get all your videography and photography needs that you need from our boy DJ, man. Follow him on TikTok and Instagram and YouTube at Hollywood_media. And follow him on Facebook at Hollywood Media with 2 A's. You see it on the screen. Go and follow our boy, man. Shout out to DJ for being one of the early sponsors of the Water Cooler Talk podcast, man. Man, we appreciate it, man. We gonna do everything we can to promote you. And we thank you so much, man. Thank y'all so much. Thank DJ for being an early supporter of the Water Cooler Talk. Oh, man, Marcus, last week, man, we had a conversation. We actually had two conversations. We had a conversation about would you rather take the $700 million, $700 million, or $10,000 a week for the rest of your life. I think you said the $700 million.
700 million, yeah. I need
Okay.
that.
I asked my wife. My wife said, it's a lot more. My wife said she would rather have the $10,000 a week. And I said, you're foolish.
I respect it.
I was like, that's a foolish move. It's foolish. Give me the
I want to live above my means as long as I can.
Give me the $700 million. I'm gonna take that $700 million off top. I'll take that.
I don't know when I'm gonna die.
I was like, let me stop. I did not tell my wife she was foolish. I just said you should take the $700 million. That's what I said.
All the listeners already know that you didn't say that.
I did not say my wife was foolish, but
They would be like, he's not recording this podcast if he said that right now. It'll be over with.
But I told her, I said, why not take the $700 million? I was like, why not take the $700 million? And she was just like, I just rather have the consistency of the money coming in. I said, okay, fine with me. It's up to you. That's fine. But I love my wife.
I want to see the check.
Shout out to my wife. I love you, baby.
Yes, sir. Shout out to the wifey. Shout out to my old lady.
Anyway, but we also talked about we got into the topic of our favorite hip hop artists, and I named my top 5. I went Jay-Z, Jeezy. I can't remember the other 3 I said. I know I said Jay-Z, Jeezy.
Jeezy, Wayne.
Wayne.
Jeezy, Wayne.
I know I said Big Gucci.
Yeah, Big Gucci.
And T.I. Those are the 5 that I said.
T.I.
Those are the 5 that I said. So this week, we want to know, Marcus, who are your top 5 rappers of all time?
Mine get a little twisted, bro. Man. So mine, I would have Wayne number 1.
Okay.
Number 2 would be possibly Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Number 3 would be Drake. Number 4 would possibly be Gucci.
Okay.
And number 5 would be Don True.
Okay. All right. No Jay-Z? No Hov?
Nah, I don't really rock with Buddy like that. He cool, for the people who like listening to him. You know what I'm saying? I'm just saying, like, you had me my top 5. He cool people.
Y'all missing out.
Like,
That's all I'm gonna say.
He Jay-Z.
Y'all missing out. Hey, go by.
I listen to him. He cool. I'm just saying, like, you had me my top 5. I gave you my top 5.
Hey, go listen to his albums for $10.99.
Okay.
Ain't that what he told Gil King? Take the money and then go buy his albums for $10.99. That's what he told Gil King in the interview. Would you rather have the dinner or the money? He said, "Go get the money and then go buy my
I
albums
was
for
gonna choose the
$10.99."
money anyway.
Yeah, I
'Cause I'm
would.
like,
I would too.
throw the money
Bruh.
anyway.
Jay-Z my
Like,
favorite. He my
man,
favorite of all time, but I'm still taking that $500K. I'm just saying.
it was gonna be an awkward dinner.
Yeah, because I was gonna be like, yeah, Hov, I could have listened to the records like you told me to. I could have.
The whole time I'm asking for a job, so I'm trying. Man, look, man, bro, like, you need me to do this because I can advance this.
That's funny. That's funny.
You need another personal assistant, bro. He fucking up. I mean, excuse my language. He messing up.
I couldn't even bleep it out. I can't even bleep it out, ladies and gentlemen, because we record this. I can't even bleep it out. He messing up. This is the Water Cooler Talk podcast, ladies. We mess up all the time, but it is what it is.
He messing up.
It is what it is.
You need me.
Nah, Tata, man. Tata doing his job, man. Shout out to Tata. Tata doing his job, man. All of them doing their job. But it is what it is. Oh, man, we got to go ahead.
I've been trying to get a job, so,
We got to go ahead and get ready, man.
Man.
The team's coming back on the field, man. They ready to go. It's time to go, baby. We about to head. We just came out of halftime. We about to head to the third quarter.
We've now entered the third quarter.
Ladies and gentlemen, man, we are now in the second half, and we about to start this third quarter, man. And thank y'all again for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast every Wednesday. Whether you're listening to us on your favorite podcast player or watching us on YouTube, we salute you. Thank you again, man. And Marcus.
Yes, sir.
We in the third quarter. And we love college football. We love college football. War Eagle, go Jags all day. The first college football playoff rankings came out. Let me pull it up.
What you think about it, bro? I'm not really mad at.
That's what I think about it, because I'm not saying nothing.
I'm not really mad at the top four, but I ain't even mad at the top five. But I think Bama should be a little higher. I think Ole Miss should be a little higher.
I'll say
I don't know
this.
if it's my SC bias talking, but I just feel like they should be a little higher.
I'll say this. Do you think Ohio State is the best team in the country right now?
I would say they have played the bigger games and the better opponents so far. They have won the bigger games so far right now, and they deserve to be number one just because of the games that they have won so far. They have beaten like a Notre Dame and a Penn State.
Yeah, you're right.
And so,
but they beat Notre Dame.
You take all that into account when you do the college rankings, because they do take all that into account, strength of schedule. So far, they deserve to be number one.
It's not about who deserves to be number one. It's about the best team in college football. Who is the best team? Who are the best team? Best teams, who are the best teams in college football right now? And in my opinion, Ohio State is not in the top 5. They're undefeated. Don't get it twisted. They're undefeated. The only reason why, and what you said is correct, the only reason why Ohio State is number one is because of the schedule that they played. And even with them playing against Notre Dame should have won that game. We all watched that game. Notre Dame should have won.
True.
If I had to rearrange this top 5, this top 6, because you do the 4 and then the first 2 out, this is what it would look like for me. Michigan 1, Georgia 2, Florida State 3, Oregon 4, Washington 5, Texas 6, Ohio State 7.
But that's disrespectful.
How's that disrespectful?
That is complete disrespect.
How?
You would give Michigan number one. Look at
Michigan is the best.
So
Michigan is the best team. It's not okay.
They
Listen.
haven't played anyone.
They're the most dominant
understand.
team.
They dominating who though? Like who? The toughest opponent they had is Michigan State.
Y'all are talking about strength of schedule. I'm talking about the product on the field. You put Michigan on the field against anybody right now, and Michigan will win. I think Michigan beats Georgia right now.
Come on, man.
You cannot sit here and tell me you do not think Michigan will not beat Georgia right now.
I don't.
Without a healthy Brock Bowers? Without Brock Bowers. You think Georgia beats Michigan without Brock Bowers?
I still got Georgia by 3. This is Georgia looked the same way, and they still blew it last year to TCU. Are we not forgetting? They looked just as good last
They had
year.
Stetson Bennett at quarterback.
I said they lost. Did you not see who I said they lost against?
Who?
They didn't get to play Georgia. They lost against TCU last year.
But that was a good game. That was a great game, bro.
Yes, the same team just got.
But that was a great game
against Georgia.
That was a great game, and they had dudes injured on the team, bro. They didn't even play in the game.
Let's stop it, bro.
But they did. That's the truth.
Okay.
That is the God honest truth. Michigan had dudes injured.
They looked just as good last year.
Okay. I'm putting Michigan 1. I think Michigan is the number 1 team in the country. And the reason why they won't put Michigan 1 is the same reason why everybody else that's thinking just like you is because they haven't played anybody. But Michigan is the most complete, dominant team in college football right now. I said it.
Play against somebody.
I said it. Oh, they got Ohio State. And watch this. When they beat Ohio State, I want you to remember this conversation. When they beat Ohio State by 14 points, remember this conversation.
Okay.
When Ohio State get blowed out.
I see them beating Ohio State.
But they going to get beat by 14.
Not by more than 14.
Stop. The best thing, and we talked about this off camera, the best thing on Ohio State football team right now is Marvin Harrison Jr. The best thing.
You got to say it like that.
You say it because I can't say it like that. I can't say it like that.
I see them beating Ohio State due to the quarterback situation. I don't believe in
Ohio State defense ain't good, bruh. Ohio State they ain't got no good defense, bruh. Michigan got a better defense and a better overall offense. Now you may sit here and say Ohio State can score faster and score in shorter time and score in shorter points. I mean, in shorter periods of time. But Ohio State is not it's not a good team. It's not a good team.
That defense has shown up in big games.
They shown up in moments in big games.
They showed up in big games.
They shown up in moments in big games. I don't think Ohio State.
How you feel about where Bama and them rank?
I think Bama is ranked right where they need to be. I think Bama is ranked right where they need to be at because see, this is what's gonna happen. Yeah, Bama's they around that they between that 7 and 10 team because if Bama wins this weekend and Ole Miss wins this weekend. You're going to need a Bama loss. No, you're going to need 2 Bama losses. So you're going to need LSU to win this weekend, and you're going to need Auburn to beat Bama. So Ole Miss can go to the SEC championship game. And if Ole Miss wins out, plot twist, storyline. I just thought of that.
I was talking to an Ole Miss fan yesterday, and he was thinking just like you were thinking.
I don't know, man.
I don't think
Ole Miss is a dangerous team, man. Ole Miss dangerous.
I agree with that, but I don't think Lane Kiffin gave it.
Nah, I think something different. I think something different this year. I don't think they fold like they did last year because there was a lot of stuff going around that Ole Miss program too. At the end of the season, is Lane going to Auburn? Is Lane gonna still be in Mississippi afterwards and stuff like that?
So you think he finished the season better than he finished it last year?
I think they finished with 1 loss. I think they go undefeated the rest of the season.
Okay.
I think Ole Miss go undefeated the rest of the season. I believe that. I believe Ole Miss goes undefeated the rest of the season.
but I do like I do want to pay attention to how you are recognizing Oregon because I do think Oregon is a one-loss team that is way better than
Oregon's better
what
than
people give
Washington.
them credit for.
Oregon's better than
Yeah,
Washington.
I don't. I was getting there. I
Yeah,
was getting
Oregon's
there.
better than
I
Washington.
think they're better than Washington.
That's why I mean I my preseason pick for the college football playoff top four was Georgia, Michigan, Oregon, and Texas. And right now all of mine are in the top seven. And I Washington play USC this week. I think it's a trap game, but I don't. We'll get to that later on, because that's 2 losses for Caleb Williams in a row. This in 2 weeks. I mean, I keep saying Caleb. Well, for USC, in 2 weeks, correct?
See, I'm a blew it that weekend.
Almost. I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't know if Washington can come out of this unscathed. I don't know. And then the thing about it is, if they do, Pac-12 championship game is going to be Oregon and Washington, and I think Oregon get their lick back.
I think so too.
I think Oregon get their lick back because Oregon should have won that game. Oregon should have won that game as well too, but I think coaching. I think Dan Lanning was too hype and he was trying to do too much at one time, and it kind of messed it up because I mean it's a high power offense. They trying to slow it down and stuff like that, and trying to bang the clock out. They should just went ahead and scored and just play defense, in my personal opinion. But I'm not the coach. I'm not getting paid $4, $5, $6 million a year to make those decisions. I'm just a fan sitting on the couch, ladies and gentlemen, who does a podcast called Water Cooler Talk. But it is what it is. But nah, man, I feel like these college football rankings is just the initial one. But what I disagree with is Ohio State's not the best team in the country. They're not the number one team. The only reason why they're number one is because they
earned to be number one right now.
They're gonna lose that. Who does Ohio State play this weekend? Or do they have a bye?
They earned their bye.
I don't know. One. I'm trying to find a schedule. Let me find Ohio State schedule right quick. Ohio State schedule. They play Rutgers. Okay, they'll beat Rutgers. They should beat Rutgers. Then they play Michigan State. Then they play Minnesota.
Yeah, the latter part of their schedule until Michigan.
Michigan the last game.
I know it. That's why I said the latter part of their schedule.
And they got to go to the big house. And they got to go to the big house for that game. And they got to go to the big house for that game. But I'm telling you right now, bro, Michigan gonna win that game by 14.
I don't think it's gonna be by that much.
Michigan gonna win by 14. You know what? I'll modify that. I'll be more respectful to Ohio State. Michigan gonna win by 10. I'm waiting on your response.
From Ohio State, surprise,
You've been up in Ohio too much. You've been in Ohio too long, sir.
Yeah, that's all. It ain't even that, bro. It's just like you got to pay attention to Harbaugh, bro.
What about him?
All right.
Are you talking about the scandals that's supposed to be going on at the NCAA, stealing signs and stuff? Is that what you're trying to tell me?
I'm talking about how Harbaugh always get in a situation where he has everything laid out for him, and he end up dropping the ball.
Won't happen this year. I tell you that.
Okay.
I tell you that. It won't happen this year.
Okay.
Trying to tell you.
That's all I'm saying.
Trying to tell you. Michigan by 10 against Ohio State. Or more.
Okay.
Or more. Well, you heavy on Ohio State, ain't you?
No. I told you I got Michigan winning that game. I just don't have them winning by as much as it's a rivalry game, bro.
That's fine.
Rivalry game that.
Okay, so okay. Right now, if the game was played this weekend, you got Michigan winning. But how much does Michigan win by if the game is played this weekend?
If the game is played this weekend, I will have them winning by as much as I got them winning by when they play, regardless when they both have good teams.
So what is that? What is that? What's the score? I mean, Michigan win the game by 10 points. Michigan win by 10.
Okay.
Michigan win that game by 10. I'm just saying. I'm saying Michigan will win that game by 10. Ladies and gentlemen, in the comments, you tell us what you think about these college football rankings. We didn't even get to the bottom of it because Air Force is ranked number 25 in the country, which is a surprise to me. But they're 8-0. Tulane is the top Group of 5 team that is the highest ranked Group of 5 team, and they can get to a New Year's Six bowl if they can stay that way. But it's a lot of stuff going on, man. So yeah, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Marcus, you ready to head to the fourth quarter, dog?
Yeah, let's turn up. Ready.
We ready for y'all.
We have now arrived at the fourth quarter.
Man, we in the fourth quarter, man. Thank y'all so much for rocking with us through the game, man. Ha 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 ha! I'm excited about this topic right here. Oh boy. I'm excited. We in the fourth quarter, ladies and gentlemen. We in the fourth quarter. Marcus, I'm just gonna go ahead and ask you, who you taking? CJ Stroud versus Bryce Young. Who you taking?
CJ Stroud, brother.
Oh my God. Explain your reasoning.
Of course. Why would I not take the guy with the better record?
Explain your reasoning, sir.
Huh?
Explain your reasoning.
First of all, he has no proven receiver, but yet has 9 touchdowns and 1 interception thrown. Very efficient for a rookie quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, why would I not take him? Like, why would I take Bryce Young?
Because Bryce Young is that
you
dude.
tell me your reason if you taking Bryce Young.
Bryce Young is that dude.
Because I'm not going to go in until you tell me why.
Because Bryce Young is that dude. No. Don't wait on me. I want to hear why you taking CJ Stroud. That's what I want to know. Why are you taking CJ Stroud over Bryce Young?
Bro, look at Bryce Young's season, bro. Like,
okay,
if
we looking
really
at the season.
Talking like Will Levis has came in and matched already half of the touchdowns that Bryce Young has thrown.
Okay, that's great. That's good to know. I'm happy you know that. Good job. That's good to know.
Like let's call it what it is, bro. Let's if we talking about it, Bryce Young has the lowest QBR next to Ryan Tannehill.
Okay. All right. Okay.
So you know, and like his star receiver Adam Thielen had his best game with Andy Dalton. So you help me understand why you taking Bryce Young, because for me, I just want to know.
Head to head, Bryce Young had a better game than CJ Stroud. Head to head.
And only put up 15 points? 15, 13. That was a defensive game.
You correct. You're right. I'm not disputing anything you saying. I'm not disputing one word that you saying. You are so correct. You have not seen me dispute now one word you say. Because everything you said is correct. All right? Everything you said is correct. But head to head, though. Head to head. Quarterback versus quarterback. Quarterback versus quarterback. CJ Stroud, 16 of 24, 140 yards. Bryce Young, 22 of 31, 235 yards. Touchdown. Head to head.
You got to get your win somewhere.
Bryce Young. I'm taking Bryce Young. Long term, I'm taking Bryce Young.
Oh, okay.
Long term, I'm taking Bryce Young. Right now, I'm taking Bryce Young.
I'm taking a more efficient quarterback.
I'm taking Bryce Young. Now I will sit here and say this. Ladies and gentlemen. I probably went too far at the beginning of the season saying Bryce Young was top 10 quarterback. I probably did. But I still believe it. But I probably did. I probably went too far saying that this season. I probably did. But long term, I'm taking Bryce Young over CJ Stroud all day. All day.
Why would you? Oh, he has 9 touchdowns and 1 interception. Like what? And he doesn't really have. He's helped. His receivers are growing with him.
Okay, if you want to go that route, let's look at Carolina's offense. What running game does Bryce Young have?
You were very high on at the beginning of the season.
What running game does he have? I was wrong on that too. I was wrong on that. I'm not afraid to admit that I was wrong. That he had some weapons that I thought was going to produce more than what he did. Part of that is because of the offensive line. Part of that is because the offensive line is trash.
Who told you that?
You didn't say that.
It's a
You
small
never said
sample
that.
size, bro.
You never said that. You never said the
I
offensive
said
line
that
was trash.
preseason, bro. I said he gonna be getting up off the ground a whole lot.
Okay, all right.
You was like it was. You told me that wasn't his starting O line.
It wasn't. That wasn't starting no line when he played in the preseason.
What is the same? Isn't the same result?
You got a point. You're right. You're right. You're right. I'm not debating anything you saying there, Mr. Poe. I'm not debating anything you saying. Not at all. Not at all. But head to head though, and we just saw it. Bryce Young outplayed CJ Stroud. Head to head, Bryce Young outplayed CJ Stroud.
Okay.
With what we can say is a worse offense than what CJ Stroud has. You cannot sit here and tell me that CJ Stroud has a better offense than Bryce Young.
The receiving corps with DJ Chalk and Adam Thielen supposed to be better.
Supposed to be.
I would say Houston has one of the best offensive lines in the league.
Who?
I would say Houston has one of the best offensive lines.
Oh, okay. I thought you said Charlotte. I'm about to say, what? No, they don't. No, they don't. But okay. I give you that. But I will go back to it head to head. Bryce Young outplayed CJ Stroud head to head.
They in the same division. They play again, right?
How they in the same division? He in the AFC.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping.
Bryce Young in the NFC. I don't know. They may play again. I don't know. NFL may make it happen to where it happened. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my doorbell ring again. But head to head, I'm gonna keep saying it till y'all get it through y'all skull. Head to head.
Let's stop it.
Bryce Young.
CJ Stroud long term.
Stop. All right. All jokes aside. CJ Stroud has the height. He has the build. Okay. He's he can probably be a little bit more durable. If you're looking at them right now, yes, CJ Stroud is bigger, taller, maybe stronger than Bryce Young. Okay. But I think Bryce Young thinks the game way better than CJ Stroud does. That's my personal opinion.
When he has 4 turnovers.
That's how I think. Listen. We're not gonna sit here and act like CJ Stroud has had a great season up to par. He has what? 1 interception?
Yeah.
All season. 9 touchdowns. Bryce Young has 7 touchdowns to 4 interceptions.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So you're saying he has 3 more interceptions than CJ Stroud. But CJ Stroud has 2 more touchdowns? That's not a big discrepancy to me.
And if we take in QBR into consideration, his QBR is like 20% better.
Okay. What is his QBR? Rating. What is his QBR right now? What is CJ Stroud's QBR right now?
I think like 50.
Okay.
You said who?
CJ Stroud. What is his QBR right now?
I think like 50.
Let me see. 58. He has a 58 QBR.
And I think like Bryce Young is like 35.2.
No, it's not 35. It's like 45. 45 or 42, one of them. So he had a 13 points better than
Hold on, let me look.
I'm looking at it right now. It's like 42. Wait. Bryce Young, 42.2 is his QBR. Wait, no, that's for that game.
I'm looking at 35.2.
35.2. You right. I was looking at the game. So 35.2 overall. 31st in the NFL. All right, that's fine. That's cool.
But head to head.
Head to head. Bryce Young beat him. He beat him head to head. Nah, but for real though, no, honestly, and I will stick to this. I think long term Bryce Young is the better option. That's why he was picked number 1 overall. You really can't go wrong with either one of them. To be completely honest with you, you can't go wrong with either one. I think
I'm just more worried about Bryce Young health wise. Like,
They have to get him offensive line. He has to get an offensive line. He does. He needs an offensive line to protect him. I mean, because even at Alabama, even though that offensive line was not good at all, he was still able to make plays. He was still able to help that team win and get to, be competitive and things of that nature. NFL is a little different. He needs an offensive line. And if they can give him a competent offensive line, it doesn't have to be the number one offense. It doesn't have to be the Philadelphia Eagles offensive line. Something like that. He just needs a competent offensive line that can give him time to sit in the pocket and think through and read his progressions. And when he does that, Bryce, you will see. You will see. I think I'm
the offensive line to get him a chance to get it to a check down. He ain't even got a chance to throw the check down.
Yeah, that's true. You got a point there too. That is very true. But I will say this. I will say Bryce Young. I'm taking Bryce Young long term. Marcus is taking CJ Stroud long term. Which is not either way you go is not a bad way. It's not a bad way you go. I just think that Bryce Young is probably if I had to parody careers, I think Bryce Young's career is probably gonna be more like Aaron Rodgers than anything. I think it's gonna probably be more like that. Probably in an organization that won't put the pieces around him.
He came in as an instant starter. Aaron Rodgers said a little bit.
No, what I'm saying is I'm talking about the type of career, the type of play on the field. Dealing with the type of organization that probably won't put the pieces around him to win because they didn't do it for Cam when Cam was there, and Cam carried that team to a Super Bowl. You know what I'm saying?
So you see, like, when you compare that more to like an Andrew Luck
didn't have nothing. Andrew Luck didn't
Bryce Young don't got nothing.
Andrew Luck didn't have an offensive line. He ain't had nobody to throw it to. He ain't had nobody to hand it all to. They
but
he
got to. I think he get to like an AFC championship,
and that was amazing.
That's what I'm saying. Don't you see that for your boy Bryce Young?
They need to give Bryce Young an offensive line. That's all I'm gonna say. He need an offensive line. That's it. Because if he don't get one, ooh, Jesus Christ, bro, they gonna eat him up. They gonna eat him up. I feel bad. But it is what it is, though, ladies and gentlemen. It is what it is, man. We try to have some fun. We try to have some fun here on the Water Cooler Talk podcast, and we try to give y'all some stats as well to go along with it. But I'm taking Bryce Young long term. I'm not jumping off that hill. I'm gonna be like Hugh Freeze, and I'm gonna be on that hill. I'm gonna be like Hugh Freeze and Payne Thorne. I'm like Hugh Freeze on that Payne Thorne hill. I'm on that Bryce Young hill.
He on y'all neck this episode too, Payne. He on y'all neck.
Bro, I've been on Payne Thorne neck since week 3.
Since week 1.
But it is what it is. But ladies and gentlemen, man, we gonna go ahead and we gonna go ahead, ladies and gentlemen, man. We're gonna take this thing into the post game, man. We'll see you over there.
It's time to shut down in the post game.
Man, we are in the post game, ladies and gentlemen, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast, the coolest podcast in your ear, man. If you're listening to us on your favorite podcast player, man, like and rate the podcast, man. It actually helps us be seen by other people as well. So if you're listening to us on your favorite podcast player, like and rate the podcast. Leave a review as well. Tell us what you think. Tell us what you like, what you don't like. It helps us out, man. We do read the comments. If you're watching us on YouTube, man, hey, like, share, subscribe, follow the channel, man. Hit the notification bell, man, so you can see when we post. We actually have a really dope interview coming up next week, actually. We got a dope interview coming up next week, and we hope to get a lot more of these going on the channel, to where we get to interview some people in sports and in the sports world. So yeah, we're gonna start off next week. And should we tell them who we're gonna interview, man, or should we just let it wait? I think we should just wait.
We should drop it on the water break. Stay tuned to the water break if you want to know who we going.
Yeah, we'll drop it next week. We'll drop it next week. We'll drop it next week. We'll let y'all know next week who we gonna interview, man. It's a big step for us, man. The person that we're going to interview is a current football player on our favorite team, the Auburn Tigers. So we're gonna interview him. He's walk on right now, so we're gonna interview him and see what's going on and get his thoughts. But yeah, man, you know what time it is, boss man. it is time for us to go ahead and get into these game picks. It's time to pick some games, man. Well, I don't want to admit it, but Marcus is winning. Marcus is up by 2 games right now, ladies and gentlemen. He is winning. His record is 34-26. My record is 32-28. So, yeah. Marcus is up 2 games. I got some work to do. So hopefully, we can make it come back. And I can make a comeback and not have to get water dumped on my head. As it pertains to the guys in our drawing, in our weekly contest on the NFL games. As it sits right now, Kyle is sitting at 11-3. DJ, 9-5. Travell, 8-6. Uncle Willie, 11-3. Brian, 9-5. So, fellas, get ready to listen for. We got 2 good NFL games coming up this week that y'all get a chance to pick from. And we'll go from there, man. We coming down the stretch, man. So we're going to see what happens. We are going to see what happens. All right, man. Let's go ahead and get into these picks, man. You ready?
Yes, sir.
I already got my picks. I just need to write yours down next to mine. So here we go. First game, we going a big game right here, man. Washington at USC. And Washington is a 3.5-point favorite. Who are you taking in this game? It could be a trap game for Washington.
I'm going to take Washington, man.
Okay, so you're taking Washington to win the game. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna rock with Washington as well. I'm gonna take Washington to win. Even though this could be a trap game for them, I think they pull the win out in California. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with Washington to win this game as well. All right, man. Next game. Hey, this next game is a rivalry game coming up. And y'all, when y'all see the name, y'all already know who I pick. We got South Alabama versus Troy.
Oh.
It's a rivalry game right here. Rivalry game. And Troy is the favorites. They're getting 5 points. I mean, Troy minus 5, excuse me. And this game is at Troy. So it's a rivalry game. It's a rivalry game all day.
I'm gonna have to go South Alabama, man.
Ooh,
South Alabama.
Boy, he's picking South too. You already know who I'm rocking with. South Alabama, the pride of the red, white, blue. USA, South in your mouth. Go Jags. That's what I'm going with. Rocking with South Alabama, baby. Let's go. All right, man. Here we go. Next game. Texas A&M at Ole Miss. And Ole Miss -3.
Jimbo or Lane. Jimbo or Lane. Jimbo or Lane. Jimbo, Lane. Jimbo, Lane. I'm going to go Lane. I'm going to go Ole Miss.
He's picking Ole Miss, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah, I'm going to rock with Ole Miss as well, too. I think Ole Miss wins this game. Texas A&M has been kind of disappointing this season. I thought they would be better than what they was. I actually had them as my first team out. I thought they would be way better than what they got going on. But, yeah, I'm going to rock with Ole Miss. I don't think Ole Miss lose the rest of the season. That's who I'm rocking with. All right, man, the big one. This is the big game of the weekend right here. This game right here is the big game. LSU at Alabama. Alabama -3. Who are you taking?
I say they got a loss coming. I said Bama got a loss coming.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's LSU.
Wow.
So I'm going Bama.
This man is taking Bama at home. I'm taking Jaden Daniels and the Bayou Bengals to beat Alabama in Tuscaloosa.
In Tuscaloosa.
I'm taking LSU.
Okay. I ain't mad at that. At all.
I'm taking LSU to win this game. Yes, I am. Taking LSU to win.
That's the only one we differ on so far.
All right, man. You already know. We got to hit the swag. You already know. We got to go to the swag. It's the Port City Classic right here, ladies and gentlemen. Grambling versus Alabama State. Alabama State had a big win last weekend in the Magic City Classic. They beat A&M 31-16, 31-16. Alabama State.
Well, every game got to be a classic. God, Alabama State plays so many classics.
I mean,
Turkey Day Classic, Magic City Classic, Port City Classic, Classic.
You got a point.
Cadillac Classic.
You got a point.
But I'm going with Alabama State in the Port City.
Yeah, I'm gonna ride with Alabama State too, man. I don't think they lose this game. So yeah, I'm rocking with Alabama State to win this game as well. All right, gentlemen, get ready, man. We're getting ready to pick these 2 NFL games. So go ahead and get ready to listen. Here we go. First game up. These 2 games are actually the games to see who could possibly win these conferences. First game, NFC, Cowboys at the Eagles, and the Eagles are taking Eagles -3. Who you got? Could the Cowboys put the Eagles on notice this game?
Man,
This is a tough game.
Man, the Cowboys played real big last week,
They did. They beat the Rams. I thought the Rams would come out and win that game.
I'm gonna go Philly, bro. All
right, he going with the Eagles. I'm rocking with the Birds as well. I think the Eagles win this game too. Jalen Hurts is throwing the ball very well right now. So yeah, I'm gonna rock with the Eagles to win this game, especially with Trevon Diggs not playing right now, and he's out on that back end of the defense. AJ Brown is quietly making a case as the best receiver in football right now.
Quietly,
but I still think Tyreek
is still number 1 though.
Still think Tyreek is 1, but AJ Brown is a close 2. He might be 1B. It might be 1A, 1B. But AJ Brown number 2. He either 1B or number 2. He one of them. He's somewhere.
I think he number 2.
Okay.
Tyreek Hill over 1,000 yards already.
And through 8 games, he already over 1,000 yards.
He's easily number 1 right now.
Could he hit 3,000 yards this season?
Nah.
So you don't
that means Tua just dropping back and just putting it out there just for him.
So you don't think this man can hit 3,000 yards? Okay, let me give you a realistic one. Do you think he hit 2,300 yards this season? That's 1,300 more yards. 1,300 more yards.
I think he'll be close. I think he get to 2,000.
He would have went over 2,000 last year if Tua didn't get hurt.
Yeah, I think he get to. I think he easily. I think 2,100. 2,100.
Yeah, I think 2,100 is doable. Speaking of the Dolphins, speaking of which, you took the Eagles, I took the Eagles, so we both took the Eagles in this game. Speaking of the Dolphins play the Chiefs, and they play this game in Germany, and the Chiefs just came off that debilitating loss to the Broncos, and they had to fly to Germany, and they had to play this weekend in Germany against the Dolphins. Who are you taking?
With Jalen Ramsey coming back, I like how that defense has been playing for Miami, so I'm gonna go Dolphins.
Man, why you gotta pick the same teams I pick? Got to be more careful because I picked the Dolphins as well too. Goodness. I picked the Dolphins too, man. I think the Dolphins. This is what I think. I think the AFC runs through Miami this year. I think the Bengals. I think the Bills. I think the Chiefs. I think they all got to go to Miami this year if they wanna get to the Super Bowl. I think that's how it's gonna end up being. Because your boy Joe Burrow quietly getting into his stride.
Yeah,
quietly getting into it.
Buffalo see him that week,
and Buffalo gonna lose.
Let's not do that.
And Buffalo's gonna lose. That's what's gonna happen.
That's not even a game. You didn't even put it up there. Let's not do that.
Well, I just did. The Bengals at the Buffaloes. I'm taking the Bengals.
I'm taking Buffalo.
I'm taking the Bengals. I'm taking Joe Burrow and the Bengals. That's who I'm going. I didn't put it up there, but I'm taking them. Okay. It is what it is. Ladies and gentlemen, man, thank y'all so much, man. Y'all listen to us, man. We have fun picking these games, and we enjoy y'all watching, man. Comment in the comments below. Tell us who you think will win those games, man. Tell us who you think will win, who you think will lose. What will happen, man? And let us know. And let us know if you think Tyreek Hill will hit 2,100 yards this season. Let us know that. Marcus, man, it's that time, boss.
Oh, okay.
It's that. Ladies and gentlemen, man, it's that time. It's time to give out the award that everybody loves, but the person that gets it, they hate it.
Give it up for the Water Boy Award.
Gatorade.
H2O.
Water sucks. It really, really sucks.
Marcus,
Yes, sir.
who are you giving this week's Waterboy Award to?
I don't know whether to give it to the team or the person. But did you not see that horrible national anthem by Flavor Flav? Like, this is the second time, Milwaukee, y'all have done this. First it was Ja Rule, now it's Flavor Flav. Let's stop with the halftime performances here. Stop letting people try to revitalize their career at y'all halftime performance.
Oh, man. That's
Flavor.
funny.
I think I had this same word for Sean Payton, but I'm gonna tell you, I got one word for you. Diamond. Give it up, Flavor.
Oh, man. I think we got a clip of it.
You were singing like you were giving out a breath. Not breath. You in the lane. Hey, we got a clip, man.
We got a clip. We got a clip, ladies and gentlemen. We got a clip. We're going to play the clip.
Horrible.
Here you go.
Oh, say, does that star spangled banner yet wave? Or the land of the free and the home of the
Oxygen.
This is my favorite part. Of the
brave of the brave.
Ooh, that's my favorite part. That's my favorite part right there when he tried to do the little build up at the end.
Sound like a deacon. You sound like a deacon who you don't want to sing in church, but always get the lead song.
Oh my
You always got to lead the vocal song.
Oh my God. No.
Please give him some water, Nick, because he need it.
He was thirsty.
He thirsty.
Oh, snap, bro. Oh, man, bro. That was funny, bro. But you know what? I told my wife, I said, when I heard it, I said, bro, he sound bad, but some about it still sound decent.
Yeah. You sound like that deacon in church, bro. That you just like, we gotta get past that part.
Yeah.
But it don't sound bad because he can hold a note.
He can hold somewhat of a note. But
he can hold somewhat of a note, but it's just like, man, come on, man. Let's get to the choir.
Like, bro, what is this, man? Like, what is this? Like, why they pick Flavor? Why they pick Flavor Flav, bro? Why they pick Flavor Flav to do that?
Man, bro, Milwaukee need to start doing that, bro.
Then
y'all wrong for that.
Then the whole Ja Rule thing. You said the Ja Rule thing.
Bro, y'all stop that, bro. For real, bro.
Oh my God. Oh man, the whole Ja Rule thing, boy, that was so funny.
Bro, who they gonna have in that, bro?
I don't know. That's a good question. That's actually a really good question, bro. Because that was hilarious, bro. But hey, at least he had fun doing it, man. Shout out to Flavor Flav.
Live your life, bro. We just talking. Live your life, Flavor Flav.
Shout out to Flavor Flav, and he had a clock on too. You know, he known for the clock. He had like one of the little small bedazzled clocks around his neck. So shout out to Flavor Flav, man. You can't be mad at that, man. That last part.
We're gonna pay you to do that, cuz. Get out there and do that, cuz.
That was my favorite part. That last part, my favorite part. I had to go lie to you. That was it. Oh man, ladies and gentlemen, man, we have come to that time, man, where we have to we have to say goodbye until next week, man. Marcus, how you feeling, man? What you got to say to the people
I'm
before we
feeling
get up
good,
out of
bro.
here, boss?
Man, you already know the same routine, man. Shout out the home team. Shout out Trail, man. Shout out Kyle. Shout
Shout
out
out to
Tay. Shout out Freddie,
Kyle.
man. Shout out Uncle Willie, man. Shout out everybody who talk to me every day. Sham, man, about the show, man. Shout out, man. Sham also said he would like to come on the show and talk some basketball one day. So
Well, you make that
we
happen,
get
man.
more basketball season. We should open that door for you, bro. But yeah, man. Shout out everybody, man.
We
Keep
can make that
supporting, man.
happen.
We lay out, man. Appreciate it.
Man, as always, man, shout out to Tuskegee, man, to the 4-6 Macon County, man. Shout out to the University of South Alabama, man. Go Jags, man. Or Eagle. As always, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the podcast, man. Shout out to my family, man. Thank y'all so much for tuning in.
Oh yeah,
listening
most
to
definitely, man.
as
Shout out.
well, man. And shout out to the fans, as the ones that come on and watch and listen. If you're watching on YouTube or you're listening on your favorite podcast player, man, thank y'all so much, man, for interacting, because, man, we enjoy doing this and we want y'all to hear the joy and see the joy that we have when we make this. We do this show every week, man. So thank y'all again, man. As always, man, we appreciate y'all, man. Continue to follow us, man. Follow us on IG at the Water Cooler Talk, man. Man, we thank y'all so much, man. You listening to us on your favorite podcast player, rate and review the podcast, man. We thank you for doing that as well. And if you're watching us on YouTube, like, subscribe, share, and hit the notification bell so you can know when we post videos. We thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Water Cooler Talk podcast again, man. As always, before we get up out of here, y'all have a good one. Nah, better yet, y'all have a great one, man. Y'all be blessed. One love.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Water Cooler Talk. Make sure to follow us on our socials on Instagram and TikTok at Water Cooler Talk and on YouTube at The Coolest Pod 23. Also, make sure to like and subscribe on your favorite podcast player so that you never miss an episode.